things been going for the Redskins?
Well, we've been very pleased with the season. I told them at the beginning of the year we got a chance to be 10-0. We've got a chance also to be 5-5, and we have a chance possibly to be 0-10. It all depends to the way we're going to approach the game and the way we're going to go about it. The young men have been very focused, and they've done a good job, and we've been blessed with some awfully good athletes. The last 2 or 3 years, we've had a lot of speed, and speed is a thing that is just hard to replace, and that's one thing we've had this year. We've had some kids who can run, and if you can run, you've always got a chance.
Well, Coach, I noticed in the last couple of ball games, of course, the game last week wasn't too close, 40-0 score, but the week before against Corning, 13-0, and defense played awful well. I think the Corning only got to about the 31-yard line, I believe, and a lot of that was on penalties on one drive, but you got to be pleased with the way your defense has played.
Well, we are. We knew we were going to have a good defense. We returned a number of starters from last year, and we returned a bunch of kids who had played other positions, and we felt like that they could be moved to a new position and fit in there real well, and that's what we've been able to do. We were able to move some defensive ends to nose tackle. Jerry Fears has had a great year for us, and he's played there at nose tackle. Pete Bounds has played good at tackle. And, of course, Chris Hinkle has been an outstanding player for us at the tackle. But our front three has been good. And our linebacker play has been real good, and our defensive end play has been fine. And secondary-wise, we've had a group back there that have been very alert, broke to the ball, and done what they were supposed to. So we've had a good defensive unit, but we knew coming into the year we had the possibility of having an outstanding defense.
Okay, Coach, that I think, if I'm right, we were talking last week on this. We were figured up, I think the first team defense only had 2 touchdowns scored against them all year. And that's pretty good through the 8 ball games.
Well, that's pretty good. We'd take that any time, be glad to have it. We haven't thought too much about it. I haven't paid much attention to the stats. I don't pay as much attention to the stats as I used to, I don't think. Coach Wellman keeps up with them pretty well. But we've been very pleased with the defense. We've been pleased with the offense. Our offense has been very productive. And we've had several people just come to the front and do an outstanding job offensively for us. Several of our young linemen have came along, and some of our old veterans have stepped in there and done a real fine job. So we've been able to play a lot of people. And the youngsters that we got coming, they have played hard and made a great contribution to our football team, the sophomores. They've done a great job for us.
That's something we've noticed all year. Coach, and talking a little bit about the offense. I know a lot of us, our Saturday morning quarterbacks get to talking about, or coaches get to talking about, but what is, with your other offense where Chester comes in and runs the option, is there a time that you determine to do that, or are you just trying to mix it up?
Well, I think we got a lot of these areas, I guess, somewhat from different colleges around. You will notice them, they will use more than one quarterback. We like to use as many people as we can because when your one guy graduates, you'll have somebody else that's got some experience. Right. So we've been very well pleased with our sophomore quarterback, Zach Wellman. John Nichols has played quite a bit, and he's done a fine job for us. And Casey can run the option pretty good. The other 2 boys can run the option too. They're not quite as fast, but they're getting better, and they're just youngsters, and they throw the football pretty good. But Casey's had a good year for us, but so has all the other guys. I tell you, our fullback Martin has done a great job for us, offensively and defensively. Brandon Sisco has had a good year. The entire offensive line has done good. So we've just been pleased with everybody, and like I said, in order to run the option, you better have some good blocking up front, and you had better have a fullback that's going to slam it in there, and you better have a pitch man that's going to carry out his responsibility, and that makes everything a lot better when you do that, and they've worked together well as a team.
It looks really well, Coach, and I know we're a little bit limited on time, and we want to talk about the playoffs, but we'll wait and do that next week when things are a little bit clearer because we got a big ball game coming up.
I hope so, anyway. Hope so.
Hopefully the Redskins are in there, but big ball game over, I believe it's at Corning tonight between Highland and Corning can make a lot of difference in the outcome of the race. But, Coach, we appreciate you being with us, and, of course, Westside tonight, and next week it's Highland, over at Highland, both road games. So we'd like for everybody to come out and support the Redskins. If you can't make it, if down to the Westside game, by all means, be at the Highland game. And, Coach, we appreciate it, and good luck.
Well, thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. Always.
It's going to be an enjoyment tonight.
Yeah, this is something going to be interesting. But the captains for the Senior High Redskins, as they come into the year undefeated, number 56, Chris Declerk, also number 62, Brian Perry, and number 12, Jeremy Presley. The captains for the Redskins tonight, as they come into this ball game against Westside, undefeated on the year, 8-0, and lead the 3AA North Conference with a record of 6-0, and it's going to be a wet night here at Westside as the Redskins take on the Warriors. And if you notice, we've done it a little bit different, as there's no room in the press box for us, and we're trying to film it out of a truck, and I'm sure Ron's going to do us a good job.
We're going to try.
But going to have to freehand it, but we're going to try to bring it back to you as best we can as the Redskins come on the field, and it's going to be as the West Side comes in with a record of 2-5, I believe. So on a night like this, you never can tell what might happen. So we'll be back with the kickoff in just a second. And we're back here for the kickoff, and the Redskins are going to kick off to West Side to start the ball game. In a hard driving rain, temperature in the 30s, and even prediction of possibility of snow tonight. And there's the kick. It's going to be a long kick by Sisco, taken on about the 8-yard line by the Warriors, and he's going to be hit hard there and dropped at the 25-yard line by a host of the Redskins. Number 41, make it 57. Joe Jansen getting up off the bottom of the pile along with several more Redskins. But first down and 10 now for Westside from their own 25-yard line. And as we said, with a little bit of disadvantage, so we'll try to get as much of this as possible. And then we'll get a little better organized here in a minute where we can get it a little bit better. But the driving rain, there's no room in the press box, and several $1,000s worth of equipment here. And we're going to try to do it out of the truck rather than risk damaging your equipment around.
That's right. Well, we get a different kind of angle here tonight.
That's right. First down and 10 for Westside. Gives the tailback off the right side, and he's stacked up after a gain of maybe 1. And getting up off the number 61, Chad Vinson, and, well, look at the wrong angle here. We'll get it down in a minute.
It'll be kind of tough.
As you'll notice, the Redskins tonight wearing the white jerseys with the white pants, and Westside being the mascot, the Warriors, so two tribes here at each other, and they have red jerseys very similar to the Redskins. And again, up the middle, it's going to be for short yardage. And number 40 Fears, number 61, Chad Vinson, also in the tackle. It's going to be third down now and 7. The line of scrimmage is going to be about the, let's call it about the 28-yard line. So third and 7 for Westside. Here to start the ball game, no score. Westside with the first possession of the ball game for either team. And gives the tailback, and he has stopped and hit hard and swarmed down by the Redskins over on the far side. 64, Pete Bounds. One of the Redskins are also 33, Shane Martin. And it's pretty hard for me to see also who's in on the tackle, so if I miss one, we don't intend to. It's just very hard to see as we can't get outside with the equipment that we've got. That's why it makes it so nice to be home, Ron.
That's what it does.
And
makes you appreciate that press box we have.
But punt formation is Westside. Punter standing on his own 16-yard line. And we got flags and whistles before the play got off, as Westside did punt the ball, and apparently it's going to be on Westside. It's going to back them up a little bit. I didn't see the call. Illegal procedure or an offside, I believe, was the call. It's going to back Westside up. Now, that may be a bigger one than that. Well, they placed the ball back down where it was at.
Must have declined it.
Now they're backing it up. Okay. Now they back it up. So it's 4th down now and 11. 4th and 11 for Westside. Punter standing back on his own 13-yard line. And low punt, nearly blocked. But it's going to be picked up by Chester, and Chester is going to be brought down over there on about the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Redskins. From about the, we'll try to get as close as we can to the yard marker. We got the 40, that was about the 42-yard line. 1st down and 10 Redskins from the 42. And the chain gang's right there in the way in the run.
They sure are.
Zach Wellman in the quarterback. Back to pass is Wellman. Pass out in the flat, and it's going to be broken up. Trying to get Chester down on about the 26-yard line, but pass incomplete. As the Redskins come out with a pass, a little bit surprising in this driving rain like it is. And it started this afternoon about Sedgwick, didn't it, Ron? And
that's right.
It has steadily increased here. So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Redskins. Wellman in at quarterback. Wellman gives the ball up the middle of Martin, and Martin's out the right side. Martin's to the 30, and Martin's to the 20, 15, 10, and Martin is out of bounds. No touchdown. He is in for the touchdown. Number 33, Shane Martin.
With an excellent run,
Good run by Martin. I thought they had him knocked out at about the 2, but Martin got that ball into the end zone for 6 points. So on the second play from scrimmage, the Redskins are on the board here, 6-0. And that's a good way to start a ball game like this.
That's right.
As you never know what can happen as wet conditions out here. But the Redskins, Shane Martin from about, I think the ball was on about the 42. As Brandon Sisco, 24, set to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Redskins are on the board here. Wherever the scoreboard's at, Ron, I can't see it. I see it now. With 8:41 left to go in the first quarter, the Redskins lead it 7-0 over Westside.
And stay tuned. This is number 24, Brandon Sisco.
Okay, the Redskins set to kick after the touchdown. And number 24, Brandon Sisco, set to kick the ball off here to Westside as the Redskins score on the second play from scrimmage. And there's the kick. It's going to be a deep kick. Fumbled, then picked up by Westside on about the 10. And it's going to be advanced up and then hit hard by the Redskins right there. Number 41, Brent Reynolds in there. 57, Joe Jansen. And number 60, Brian Jansen, in on the play for the Redskins. And they're going to take over the ball on about the 24-yard line. And we'll be, Lily, you want to stay with them?
Just stay with them just here just a minute.
Thanks, Tommy. You got a pair of gloves, too.
I sure
Thanks,
did.
Tommy Campbell.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, up the middle of the fullback, and he's got good yardage out close to the 30. So a big run by Westside there. Put the ball out close to the 30-yard line. Okay, Westside with the ball. Ball on the ground, and Westside, I believe, recovers. As that was a 2nd down and 4, or make it 2nd and 3 for Westside. And loss is going to be back to the 26, 27-yard line for Westside. Be 3rd down and about 7. Redskin defense out there, and if you can see that rain coming down, and
it's good.
Now we're plugged back up. And a lot of brave Redskin fans back to pass and nowhere to go. And number 51, Chris Hinkle, had the quarterback by the feet. Now, I think he tried to jump up and throw that one, but he found big number 51, Chris Hinkle, hanging on to both feet. Kind of hard to jump with Chris hanging on to you like that. So the pass was incomplete, 4th down and 7. So Westside's going to be forced to punt here on their second possession. And we hope y'all can tell at least a little bit of something by this tape. As there's the west side punter, and he does get the ball away. This time it's going to be a little longer punt. But Redskins just going to let it roll, and down it goes. And they're going to take over there at about the 45. On offense here now, first down and 10 from the west side 45-yard line. Pitch out right side to Sisco. Sisco's out, now he cuts it up, now he cuts it out. And Sisco is down close to the 33-yard line. So a good run by Sisco as he picks up the first down for the Redskins down at the 33-yard line. And we know 9 and 10 for the Redskins from the west side 33-yard line. And there's a give up the middle of Martin, and Martin is down across the 30 to about the 27. Be second down there for the Redskins as number 33, Shane Martin, takes it for about, give him 5 yards on the play. Be second down and 5. And we know when the players go to the other end of the field, we may have a real problem.
That's right. We may have to back up and punt ourselves.
Second down now for the Redskins as number 14, Zach Weldon, pitch out left side to Sisco, and Sisco cuts it outside, and he's going to be hit and dropped there. And it's going to be about the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard. Let's see what they give him. Number 24, Brandon Sisco, the ball carrier that time, and they do give him about a yard. It'll be third down and 4.
Well, I bet you it's cold out there with that rain coming down, about 30-some degrees out there right now.
Third down play now for the Redskins, and they'd like to convert on this one. And Wellman's still with the ball, and Wellman is going to be dragged down. As really don't know what happened on that. We couldn't see it real well, but Wellman wound up with the ball, but he was dropped back on the 32. So it's fourth down and 8. Fourth down and 8 for the Redskins. We got whistles. I didn't see a flag.
Well, that's against Pocahontas.
Against the Redskins, so it may have been an offside penalty. So 5-yard penalty. Going to back the ball up to about the 37. The 37-yard line, and it'll be fourth and about 13 for the Redskins. We're in the opening quarter of the ball game. Redskins lead at 7-0. As up the line is Wellman, number 14, the quarterback. Wellman back to pass. Wellman's passed down in the flat for number 41, and it's going to be knocked down by Westside Wisely. He's trying to hit Brent Reynolds, number 41, but the ball was a little short and off-centered as the west side defender made a good play and just knocked it down. And we'll be back with the west side's drive in just a second. Okay, west side with the ball now. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Give up the middle, and he's going to be tripped up after a short gain. Number 51, Chris Hinkle, and number 44, Craig Baltz in there for the Redskins. And it's going to be a gain of about 3. Just second down, 7 yards. The line of scrimmage is about the 39-yard line. Westside with the ball here in the first quarter. 3:45 to go. Now we can see the scoreboard. In the first quarter. Up to the line, back to pass is the quarterback. Now it's the quarterback rollout, and he is swarmed down by the Redskins. First man to get there to him was number Craig Baltz, 44, was one there, but I won't think Stephen Malone, number 10. That's the one I was looking for, and it's Malone was right in there. Of course, a couple more Redskins too, and it's going to be very, very hard for me to tell you who all is making tackle or even running the ball tonight. As it's third down now and 11. Give to the fullback, and he's stacked up after a gain of a couple. Hinkle in there, but number 64, Pete Bounds, also in there on the bottom of that pile, number 64, Pete Bounds, and the Redskins now going to force Westside into another fourth down situation. So Westside yet to gain a first down here in the first quarter. 2:40 to go. With fourth down, they're going to punt again. This will be their third punt of the first quarter. As you can see, the punter there standing on his own 26-yard line. And Casey Chester's back there somewhere, but I have no idea where he's at. And there's the punt. And I know you can't see that. Chester did field the ball, and Chester's around the right side, is all I can tell you, and out of bounds.
Returned by Chester, and Brad King with a tackle for the Warriors.
And I'm not sure where he went out.
If the rain ever stops, we'll be right out there getting it better picture-wise.
Hopefully it'll let up here by halftime. We could get up on the bleachers and give you a little better picture. But the way it looks around, I don't believe it's going to stop.
I don't believe so either.
There we go. They're up there where we can see them now. Redskins with the ball, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage at or around the 50-yard line, the best I can tell you. Sisco with the ball, and Sisco
carries. Eric Joplin with the tackle.
Picks up good yardage, about to the... Well, he's about the 40... I have no idea. It's just very hard to say. I'm saying he's inside the 50 at about the 46. It's second down and 3 for the Redskins. Reynolds split wide to the right. 83 David Williams to the left. Give up the middle to Martin, and Martin's going to get a couple. It's going to be close to a first down for number 33, Shane Martin. And it's going to be a little bit short. So, no, they're saying he got it. Okay, first down.
He did get a first down.
It was awful close as the official motion first down Redskins. So with 1:22 to go, Redskins with the ball here at the late seconds of the first quarter. Back to pass is Wellman, and Wellman going for Chester, and it's going to be intercepted on about the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Chester. And the Westside Warriors going to take over the ball here on the interception from their own 31. Quarterback still with it, and he is going to be gang tackle there. Penalty flag thrown in the direction of the run. Number 44, Craig Baltz. Number 64, Pete Bounds. And number 40, Jerry Fears, in on the tackle for the Redskins. But there is a penalty flag on the play.
Holding against the Warriors.
Okay, that's going to back it up. Going to back it up 10 yards. Okay, Westside with the ball. First down and about 20 from their own 22-yard line. Give to the tailback, and the tailback's finally brought down by the Redskins, number 10, Stephen Malone, 51, Chris Hinkle, and number 32, Chad Tudemeyer, in on the tackle, as he picks up about 7 on the play. So it'll be second down now and 13.
Second down and about 14 for the Warriors.
Second and 13 for the Westside Warriors here, as the first quarter has come to an end with our score, the Redskins 7, the Warriors 0. And we'll be back with the second quarter in just a second.
We'd like to take this time and thank those sponsors. So the LT too.
The second down and about 8. So 2-yard pickup that time for Westside. And we will remind you that we are trying to film this out of the truck, so no room in the press box for us as a Westside. That's a real small press box, so driving rain, and we'll do the best we can. Westside, man in motion, back to pass the quarterback. Penalty flags on the play, passes out in the flat, and it's going to be incomplete, as penalty flag was thrown on the play. And we're back here, Westside with the ball, third down and 9. Penalty was declined by the Redskins, and this time we're going to have movement, and I believe it's going to be on the Redskins, has had some movement on the front line. And I believe that is going to be a call, a offside penalty against the Redskins. And we'll try to set the defense for you. On a number 10, Stephen Malone's into the cornerback. Number 32, Chad Tudemeyer at the other corner. The 34, Casey Chester at safety. 24, Brandon Sisco at a safety. Number 80, Michael Johnson in at a defensive end. Number 61, Chad Vincent at the other end. And I'll try to get the rest of them for you next play. Westside with the ball. Give to the tailback, trying to get outside, and he does get around. And then he's going to be leveled over there by number 24, Sisco. And it was a third down play. It may have been good enough for a first down. Penalty flag thrown on the play, but let's see what the call is. I believe it was good enough for a first down for Westside. Number 55, Kevin Mason, checks in on the defensive front. Craig Baltz, number 44, number 33, Shane Martin are the linebackers. Number 40, Jerry Fears, in on the defensive front. And it's going to be a major penalty against the Redskins. And we moved to the other end of the field, I guess you noticed. Start second quarter, now they're on the other end, Ron. So I guess we're just going to have to deal with that as the ball game goes on. But the line of scrimmage is the 33 of the Redskins. Westside with the ball. Redskins lead this ball game 7-0, but Westside driving. And tripped up after a gain of a couple is the Westside running back. Number 80, Michael Johnson, in there along with number 40, Jerry Fears. And Westside driving here on the Redskins here to start the second quarter, 10:18 to go. Redskins lead the ball game 7-0, but Westside with the ball down at about the 31-yard line of the Redskins. And we'll see there's a give to the tailback, and he's finally hauled down by number, well, I missed the number. Number 55, Mason, one of the tacklers in there. I believe Sisco was the other. And that's going to bring up third down. It's going to be 3rd and 5. We'll have to get the PA announcer to help us out, Ron.
Yep.
It's very, very cold. We got a lot of brave Redskin fans out here, and we'll try to get a shot of those in a minute for you. But Westside now with the ball, 3rd down and about 5. Give to the fullback, and he is cut down on a good play by number 55, Kevin Mason. And there was another Redskin in on that play, and I just absolutely couldn't see him. I want to think it was Baltz, but I'm not sure. Loss on the play, so it's going to be 4th down now for Westside, and the Redskins like to hold here as Westside is down on the Redskin end of the field here, and the Redskins lead the ball game 7-0. They scored on the second play from scrimmage, and had a couple more short drives that an interception turned the ball back over to Westside, and we got a penalty flag thrown before the play started. So we'll see what that call is going to be. Apparently it's going to be on Westside. So that's going to back them up even more. It was a 4th down and about 6. So it's going to be 4th and 11 now for Westside. Okay, Westside up the line now, 4th down and 11. And the ball somewhere around the 38-yard line, we believe. Back to pass. There's the quarterback being rushed. Pass is incomplete, so the Redskins are going to take over. As the pass went incomplete, a big rush by the Redskins, and the quarterback just threw that one away. And we'll be back with the Redskin possession right after this.
That's right.
Redskins come up the line, and the ball is stripped away, I believe, by Westside, and let's see what the call is going to be. And I think they are saying Westside's got the ball. And that is the call. Fumble on the play, and the Westside's going to get the ball down deep in the Redskin territory, and the Redskins only lead this ball game 7-0. And Westside with, after the Redskins held on 4th down, the Warriors come back and get possession of the ball. About that, yeah. I started to say, I thought he was down too. But we found out last night in that junior high game, what we think really don't matter. The number 34, Casey Chester, is the quarterback. As the option type offense is in. Give up the middle of Martin, and Martin's off to the right side and picks up good yardage. And We see exactly how much he got. As number 33, Shane Martin, busted that thing up the middle, and Martin was looking like he was going to the races. Didn't get quite as much as I thought he did. I thought he'd gotten at least 10 yards, but let's see.
This angle looked like he was really getting some footage there.
Yeah. We'll call it second down and 4. 6-yard pickup for Martin. As number 34, Casey Chester, in at quarterback. And Chester turns the ball around the right side, and Chester's down the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds. Knocked out over there on about the 45-yard line of Westside. So a 1st and 10 for the Redskins. It's number 12, Jeremy Presley, checks in. Number 83, David Williams, checks out. And who said we couldn't film out of the
No,
pickup?
who said we couldn't? We're right here with the rest of them.
And the Redskins up the line now. 1st down and 10. Number 34, Casey Chester, is in at the quarterback. Give up the middle to Martin, and pickup of about 5 or 6 on the play. For number 33, Shane Martin. Well, I think he got a little more. It is very difficult to see. Y'all have to bear with us. There's a pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1, yep.
On the play a while ago, we thought he had gotten at least 10, and he didn't get quite that much, only about 6. But that time, picks up 9. So Chester in at quarterback. Chester gives the ball up the middle to Martin, and Martin's going to pick up the 1st down on the plays. It gets, it looks like about 2 or 3 yards. And the line of scrimmage, boy, it's very hard to see. I believe it's somewhere around the 45-yard line, somewhere in there. That's where we're going to call it. The Redskins up the line now. 34, Casey Chester in at quarterback. Casey Chester cuts it up. Casey Chester cuts it out. Now Chester's around the right side of the 15 to the 10, 5, touchdown. Number 34, Casey Chester, takes it in for the touchdown right here in front of us. Good run by Chester as he cut it in and out and just weaved through the Westside Warriors and took it in for the touchdown.
And there was a flag in the backfield, so I don't think.
Okay, it was on the Redskins, so it's coming back. So bad break for the Redskins right there as the penalty flag thrown on the play. So it's all for naught as it's all coming back. And that's the one the Redskins would like to put on the board here with 5:43 left to go in the first half. Our score 7-0. The Redskins scored on the 2nd play from scrimmage. Shane Martin took it in. But now the Redskins I never did see the call. It was a 5-yard penalty, so illegal procedure or offsides, it was a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Redskins. Number 34, Casey Chester, in at quarterback, running the option, and Chester cuts it up. Now on the outside, and he's going to be knocked down, and he's pretty close to a 1st down as Chester gets it close to the 25-yard line. This will be 2nd down, and we've got to wait till they move the chains because we just can't see how far the ball's been advanced. So that was on the 1st and 15, so that was about a 13-yard gain. So let's call it 2nd and 3. It's about a 12-yard pickup for Chester. Give up the middle of Martin, and Martin is still going, and Martin picks up the 1st down inside the 15 at about the 14. Number 33, Shane Martin, on the carry for the Redskins. Okay, the Redskins with the ball, 1st down and 10 from the Westside 14-yard line. And give up the middle to Martin. He's going to be snuffed out right there as no gain on the play for Martin. And Westside playing tough here as Redskins lead the ball game 7-0 back. And the Redskins with the ball on 2nd down and 10, and a fumble on the play, I believe, and Westside has recovered. Westside recovered, so Westside playing tough here against the Redskins, and they hold the Redskins down on about the, let's see, I think it's around the 15-yard line is where the ball's at. So Westside holds the Redskins out. There's 4:07 left to go in the first half. Redskins lead the ball game 7-0. And we're playing in a driving rainstorm and very cold temperatures.
and rough filming conditions.
And rough filming conditions, to say the least. As Westside now comes up the line. First down and 10, line of scrimmage at about the 15-yard line. Gives to the tailback, and he's up the middle, and good yardage. He's finally brought down by the Redskins. Penalty flag on the play, and I'm afraid the Redskins are going to have a late hit on that one. Is one of the Redskin defenders come in just a little bit late, and that's going to tack 15 yards onto it. So Westside, with 3:37 to go, is going to advance the ball on down the field after a good pickup by Westside. Have a official timeout. They got a shoestring untied, but Westside with the ball now, first down and 10, and the ball is, I'm going to guess that it's around the 40-yard line, as it's impossible for us to see. Westside's on 40. They got a good gain on the last play, and then there was 15 yards tacked onto it for a personal foul against the Redskins. So Westside with the ball, and give to the tailback, and the tailback's got some running room over there, and he cuts it up, finally brought down over on the sidelines. Number 24, Brandon Sisco. But a good run by Westside, and they see how much he got on that play. About 7-yard pickup, so second down and 3 for a first down for Westside. It seems like the longer they play here, the more fired up they're getting, and the Redskins defense needs to dig in here with 2:48 to go in the first half. Westside up to the line, give to the fullback, and he is hit first by one Redskin, finally made sure he was down by a feet, number 40, but it is good enough for a first and 10. First and 10 for Westside, and I just can't see the yard line, Ron. It's inside Redskin territory. I'd say at around the 45. And give to the tailback again, and he is finally hauled down by the Redskins. He got up, then kind of cut it across. Number 33, Shane Martin, was there for the Redskins. As it's going to be second down and about 8. And just can't tell exactly what yard line it's on. But Westside, with still got a minute and 50 seconds left to go in the first half. And we'll back to pass. There's the quarterback. Pass way down the field. It's going to be, I believe, intercepted. Let's see. We did a knockdown. Batted away. It was intercepted by
number 10.
Now, number 34, Casey Chester. I saw Chester. We were blocked out there by the players standing on the sideline. I saw Chester go backward. Looked like he was in line to come up with the ball, and he did. So a big play by the Redskins stops Westside on their drive here as the first half is winding down with a minute and 43 seconds to go. More importantly than the Redskins getting the ball here, they just stopped Westside after Westside was moving the ball on that series. Redskins lead it 7-0. Give off the right side to Martin. And Martin's going to pick up a couple. And I know a lot of folks probably going to be watching us on the replay, and
I hope they
we'll apologize for it, but we're doing the best we can with it. There's a lot of people here, too. I know a lot of people couldn't make it, and the weather conditions are real tough. But I've already seen enough to see that Westside is not got, they're a pretty good 2-5 team, I believe, their record, so they're not bad. As they playing the Redskins tough defensively. as Brandon Sisco, 24, the ball carrier that time, and Sisco's going to be stopped for no gain, or it may even be a loss of a yard on the play, but it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Redskins. And we'll see if Coach Williams elects to punt here on 3rd down. As you know, he did that in the Nettleton game when we had a lot of rain. He talked about it in the coach's show beforehand on the Nettleton game that he might do that. But they line up in a conventional offense as Chester in the quarterback off to the right side, and Chester still with the ball, now cuts it up. And let's see how much he got. I believe it's going to be enough for a 1st down. Now it's going to be a timeout by Westside, and I really don't know how far he advanced the ball.
It'll be 4th down at about 3 yards.
That's going to be 3 yards short. So 4th and 3 for the Redskins. Okay, the Redskins up the line now on 4th down and about 3, and line of scrimmage somewhere around the 25-yard line. And there's the snap, and Martin's got the snap, and Martin gets a pretty good punt away, and the ball's going to kind of look like it's going to get rolled. That old wet ball don't roll much, and it's going to go dead at about the 42. So Westside's going to take over, 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line of the Redskins. With there's the first half is going to run out. So that's the end of the first half, and the Redskins leading the ball game 7-0 over the Westside Warriors. For no gain, if any. Tackle by host of the Redskins, number 44, Craig Baltz. And number 40, Jerry Fears, in on the play. And we know we're missing a lot of tackles, a lot of people that's in on it, but the angle we're at and looking through this driving rainstorm and trying to film it out of the truck, it's very hard to see as we're at the far end of the field. And Westside up the line now in punt formation. Low snap. He gets a short punt away, and it's going to roll down to, that's going to die right there. The Redskins are going to, the Warriors are going to down it right there. And the line of scrimmage is going to be near the 50-yard line. So the Redskins with good field position here to start their first possession of the second half. Okay, the Redskins up the line, 1st down and 10. Number 14, Zach Wellman, in at quarterback for the Redskins. Wellman handoff to Martin, and Martin is cut down in there, and may have been a fumble on the play. Let's see, and it is. Westside recovers the ball as a fumble on the play by the Redskins, and Westside just keeps dogging the Redskins, and the Redskins lead the ball game 7-0. Westside with the ball right around midfield. So Westside with good field position to start their drive. Westside now up the line, 1st down and 10. Give to the tailback, and he is hit hard there by number 51, Chris Hinkle, on a good tackle. But Westside getting a little bit of yardage on that particular play as they picked up about 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. And the line of scrimmage is, oh gosh, it's almost impossible to see that. Looks like somewhere around the 42 or 43-yard line. And that's pretty good guessing. Give the tailback, and he is swarmed down by the Redskins. And in there on the tackle for the Redskins, number 64, Pete Bounds, and also number 33, Shane Martin. So good tackling by the Redskins, but it's 3rd down and about 3 for Westside. 3rd quarter action. 8:05 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Redskins lead at 7-0. Westside with the ball in Redskin territory. 3rd down play, so the Redskins would like to hold here and try to get that ball back as Westside with the ball now. Give up the middle, and it's going to be close to a 1st down. I believe it's going to be a little short, and it is. So 4th down. 4th down for Westside here with about 2 yards to go for a 1st and 10. And they'll probably try to go for it here, I would imagine. 4th down, and Westside is set up in punt formation, but flag on the play before the play starts. We got a delay of game against Westside. That's going to back it up. That really don't hurt Westside because they're going to attempt to punt the ball here. Okay, Westside with a 4th down and about 7. There's the snap, and Westside does punt, nearly blocked by the Redskins, but the punt's going to hit and take a Redskin roll and roll backwards to about the, looks like, about the 40-yard line. So the Redskins will take over on their own 40. Redskins up the line, 1st down and 10. From their own 40, give off the right side to Sisco, and Sisco's around now, he cuts it up. And Sisco run out of bounds after a good gain by number 24, Brandon Sisco, and he is down inside the Warrior territory, down at the, around the 40-yard line. And like we said earlier, we're really guessing at the yard lines because it's just impossible to see. We're trying to rely on the PA announcer to help us out a little bit, but he apparently can't see it either. Number 14, Zach Wellman, is the quarterback. Give to Martin up the middle, and Martin is out to the right, and Martin's up the middle, and Martin is down the field, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. We didn't get it, but I know Martin's in. Touchdown, Redskins, and I know you couldn't see it on the right side there, but number 33, Shane Martin, took it all the way in for the score, and Martin puts another 6 points on the boards, and the Redskins really needed that one as Martin broke it up the middle, and he broke it back to the right side, just very similar to his first touchdown run. And he put 6 points on the board, and the Redskins now run out to a 13-0 lead with 6:32 left in the 3rd quarter as number 24, Brandon Sisco, gets set to attempt the extra point. And the Redskins are set. Number 12, Jeremy Presley, the holder. There's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Dead center for Brandon Sisco. And the Redskins run their lead out to 14-0 here with 6:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Number 10, Stephen Malone, going to kick off, and the ball's on the ground. I believe the Redskins have come up with it. I believe the Redskins have got it, unless it got loose in there. And they're unpiling to see exactly who does have the ball, and the Redskins have got it. Redskins have got it, and I'm not sure who come up with it. We just couldn't see it. But the kick was off to the right, and I don't think that was a planned onside kick by Malone. But the Redskins come up with it as Rod's trying to get the camera straight here. It's going to be a night. We're trying to do this out of the truck in a driving rainstorm. Sisco with the ball, and Sisco's around the left side. Now Sisco cuts it up, and Sisco is going to go all the way for the touchdown. Brandon Sisco takes it all the way in for the touchdown. And how quickly things change as the Redskins score back-to-back touchdowns here. And Brandon Sisco, he had some room out there, but he cut it at the right time. And with that outstanding speed, Sisco took it in for the touchdown. So the Redskins now with 6:08 to go lead the ball game 20-0. And we're at Westside. This is next to the last game of the season for the Redskins. They'll close it out next season against Highland, or next week at Highland. So we need everybody over there as number 22, John Davidson, attempts the extra point, but it's wide to the left, long enough, but a little to the left. So our score is going to stay 20-0 here with 6:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Stephen Malone set the kickoff, and this time Malone gets a deep kick, and there's a handoff around to the right side, and the ball carrier is going to be hit there and brought down as they tried a little razzle-dazzle on that play. Tackle made number 33, Martin. And also in the play, number 41, Brent Reynolds, the sophomore, one of our super sophomores. And the Redskins, here on a cold, cold, rainy night at Westside, lead this ball game 20-0 as they've opened it up here and scored quickly on 2 plays as Westside has played a good hard ball game. There's the give of the tailback, and he is wrestled down after a gain on the play. 33 mark, number 51, Chris Hinkle, in on that play. Pickup of 6 on the play for the Warriors, so it'll be second down and 4. And the line of scrimmage somewhere around the 22, 23 yard line. And hit in the backfield and dropped is the tailback. And number 40, Jerry Fears, one of the players in there. Also number 61, Chad Vincent, in on the play for the Redskins. So that's going to bring up a third down and about 5 yards to go for a first down. And a line of scrimmage somewhere around the 23-yard line. As up the line are the Warriors. The Redskin defense is set. Pitch back to the tailback around the right side. He's got blockers in front of him, and he does get a good gain out. Finally brought down by number 34, Casey Chester, but I believe it's going to be enough for a 1st and 10 for Westside, and it is. So 1st down and 10 for Westside.
And the rain is starting to come down again, Gary, real heavy.
And as we said earlier, next week it'll be Highland over at Highland next Friday night. And that will be the last regular season game where hopefully the Redskins will be in the playoffs, and the picture should be much clearer after tonight. And the ball carrier is stacked up in the middle there. Number 50 or 64, Pete Bounds, one of the players in there on the top of the pile that you see getting up. And also 32, Chad Thielemeyer, in on that one. But the playoff picture should be much clearer after tonight. Of course, Highland and Corning plays tonight at Corning. That's going to have be a factor.
That'd be a real good factor.
Of course, the Redskins, they control their own destiny. If the Redskins win out, the Redskins will be at home for the first playoff game, and they'll face the runner-up in the 7AA conference, which will be probably DeQueen or Fordyce. Quarterback with the ball, and he is swarmed down by a host of the Redskins over there. Number 40, Jerry Fears, number 32, Chad Thielemeyer over there on the play for the Redskins. And as we said, next week, Highland over there. It'll be a tough ball game. We'd like as many people as possible to get over there. And that will, if the Redskins can win that ball game, they'll finish the season undefeated.
Undefeated. And a first for Pocahontas.
I believe it is. We, the first undefeated and untied team that certainly I can remember. Done a good job. And these players here, they want to go on to the playoffs and do as good as they can in the playoffs and got a good chance. Quarterback keeper on the play, and I believe it was a fumble. And the ball is picked up by the Redskins, and Casey Chester's around the right side, and Casey Chester down the sidelines, and let's see what happened. Did he get in?
I can't tell.
Pocahontas picked up the loose football.
And I really don't know what happened on that one. The ball was laying on the ground. Chester ran up and picked it up, and then advanced the ball down the field.
And they retain possession of the ball. Redskins knocked it out of bounds or something.
Redskins ball. We're going to have a timeout by Westside. We'll take a timeout and try to figure out what happened on that play too. Down in 10 at about the 25-yard line. Fumble on play picked up by Martin, and Martin advances it.
Oh, smart move by
about
Martin.
5 yards, and that ball has got to be slick. And Martin heads up play by number 33, Shane Martin. Picks up the ball and advances it forward. Let's call it a gain of about 3. So second down and 7 for the Redskins. Number 14, Zach Wellman, is the quarterback. Wellman pitches the ball to Sisco. Sisco's off the left side, and Sisco's going to be dragged down over there.
Sisco tackled by Andy Foreman.
Trying to get around, just quite couldn't get through, as the Redskins going to pick up the first down on the play. are very close to it. They're taking a good...
Redskins pick up another first down on the carry.
Another first down.
Okay, it is a first down. And I'm trying very hard to see where the line of scrimmage is at. It appears to be down around about the 12, I believe. So first and 10 for the Redskins, down deep in West Side territory. Fumble on the play, and I believe number 14, Wellman, was able to get on the ball. Number 70, Nick Wallace, in at the offensive center now for the Redskins. Number 12, Jeremy Presley in the ball game.
About 2 yards on the play. Second and 12.
And number 83, David Williams, checks in. Number 10, Stephen Malone. And we hadn't had much of a chance to try to set the offensive line at all for you, as we just barely can see the players moving around out there from where we're at. And Martin has got the ball, and I don't think he's going to advance much, as there was a fumble on the play. Martin was able to pick it up. So that's going to bring up a third down.
Also about 3 yards on the play. Third and 15 for the Redskins.
It's going to be third down and 15 yards for a first down for the Redskins, as number 14, Wellman, is set.
Fumble
on the play, and a wild scramble for the ball, and your guess is as good as mine. Who came up with that one?
I think we did retain possession.
There's a big pile up there, and Redskins do. It's going to be fourth down now. Fourth down for the Redskins. And about 15, but that's going to bring the end of the third quarter, and the Redskins lead the ball game 20-0 over the Westside Warriors. Fourth down play for the Redskins, so Westside recovers it to start the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage about the 25-yard line. Gives the tailback, and he's swarmed down by the Redskins. Number 64, Pete Bounds in there. Also number 78, Sean Smith. And 33, Shane Martin for the Redskins. And those jerseys are getting dirty, and it's hard for us to see the numbers now. And if you just joined us, the Redskins, this is a temperature in the mid-30s, and it's a driving hard rain. And a lot of Redskin fans, some of them have moved over on the other side. I know some's moved up maybe where they can see and sit in the vehicle. It's a bad, bad night out here. Still a lot of Redskin fans still in the stands.
A lot of Redskins fans.
Gives the tailback, and he is up the middle and finally brought down by number 78, Sean Smith for the Redskins. Also in there on the tackle, number 33, Shane Martin.
Picks up about 3 yards on the carry. Third and 7.
It's going to be third down now and 7 yards to go for a first down. The line of scrimmage is about the 29-yard line of Westside. So nothing the Redskins would like to do is just let that clock run and let that rain come down and go on home with a victory here, as it's not a fit night for man or beast or football players.
That isn't.
That's Westside now up to the line. And back to pass. His quarterback being rushed by Vincent, and he gets it off, but he just barely got it off in time. As number 61, Radar Vincent, was bearing down on him. And there was nobody there between Vincent and the quarterback, and he was able to get the pass in the direction of the receiver. But number 61, Chad Vincent, with a good play, as the Redskins now they're going to force Westside into a fourth down situation here with 10:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. Redskins lead the ball game 20-0. And we're going to have a timeout for Westside, and we'll take a short timeout with them. And Westside, there's a high snap. And here comes the Redskins in. Number 80, Michael Johnson, now he's swarmed down by the Redskins. You get a good close-up shot of that. 78, Sean Smith, 51, Hinkle, 44, Baltz, and 64, Pete Bounds. Hit first by number 80, Michael Johnson, on the high snap. So the Redskins are going to take over down on about the 13-yard line. First down and 10 I believe that's where they're going to spot it. You can get a close-up on there of the ball. That's, yeah, it's on the 15. Ball on the 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the Redskins. And there's 9:56 left in the game. And up to the line are the Redskins. And there's a give up the middle, and it's going to pick up about 5 on the play as number 34, Casey Chester. And Chester shaking up on the play. The Redskins now up the line, second down and about 8. Line of scrimmage about the 12-yard line. Give up the middle and down close to the goal line at about the 2-yard line goes number 33, Shane Martin, on a quick pop right up the middle, and Martin almost took it in for another TD, but it's first and goal to go from the 2. Redskins already lead this ball game 20-0. And I believe the rain gets harder as the game goes on, Ron.
It sure looks like it.
This is very similar to the playoff game here a few years ago. A lot of you remember over at Ridgecrest, the Redskins defeated Nettleton in a quarterfinal game, but this one is a lot colder. It's a lot colder here tonight. Give up the middle, and I thought he'd gotten over. Didn't quite do it.
Stop short of the goal line by the Warriors. Bullock get on the tackle.
And I'm not really sure of that. I'm almost positive Martin's the ball carrier, and it was.
It sure looked like it.
As you can see, those jerseys are getting plenty dirty as Martin there goes back to the huddle. Number 84, Chris Brightspock, checks in. It'll be second down and goal to go. And you can get a shot of that run. There's how far they got to go from the yard marker to the pylon there, which is about a half a yard.
Half a yard.
Now that's the line of the Redskins. Quarterback sneak. And,
fumble on the play.
And was it a fumble?
They said
it was.
It was
a fumble on the play as Wellman tried to sneak it in. So Westside comes up with the ball on the 1-yard line. The 10th, and they're on 1. Quarterback sneak, and he's just going to try to move it out from the goal line a little bit. He may have picked up 1. Getting up there off the bottom of the pile, number 44, Craig Baltz. And the rain just keeps coming down, Ron.
Oh, that it does.
And I guess we feel pretty fortunate to get what we've gotten as far as the film goes, because this is real bad weather, and we knew sooner or later we was going to run into it. Sooner or later, and we was hoping it would be at home, because we got a nice press box to film out of. But second down and 8 for Westside, and they punch it out there another yard or 2. And folks, if you can believe it, this rain's not all rain. There's some sleet in it. Oh, Larry Hinkle was over here a while ago at the truck. He said there was ice on the hood, so this is bad weather.
And they say up towards Farmer Bluff and all that's supposed to get 4 to 5 inches of snow tonight. That's what they said earlier now.
October the 29th, and you wouldn't expect that.
No, you wouldn't.
We would expect cold weather the Highland game. We always have cold weather over there. or whenever we play them in the last game of the season, whether it's home or away. Well, that'll be next Friday night. And folks, don't forget it. I hope the weather's a little better and a big crowd over there for the Redskins next week. It's back to pass at Westside, and it's going to be nearly intercepted by Malone, but the pass is incomplete. So it's going to be fourth down now for Westside. The line of scrimmage is about the 6-yard line, let's say. So fourth down and 5 for Westside. The 21, Ralph Collier, checks in for the Redskins. And I know we hadn't had much of a chance to set the defensive team and the offensive team, but it's one simple reason. A lot of times we just can't see them. We think we know who's in there, but maybe we'll do better next week. And the fumble is the ball is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown, and no, it's going to call it a safety. as the Redskins came up with the ball, but they ruled it a safety as the snap was high and the punter fumbled the ball, and the Redskins were able to come up with it, but they had ruled the ball down. I think the punter bent down to pick it up and was on a knee, so that ruled the play dead. So 2 points added on to the Redskins, 22-0, with 5:59 left in the ball game.
We'll be back in just 1 moment. Stay tuned.
Set to kick the free kick, and they elect to kick it off. It's going to be taken by number 41, Brent Reynolds. And Reynolds finally able to pick the ball up. He's up to around the 30, the 35, 40, and still on his feet, and finally brought down near midfield, as best we can tell. So number 41, one of our super sophomores, Brent Reynolds, returns it back for a good return, and the Redskins are in quarterback for the Redskins. They lead the ball game 22-0. And Chester hands the ball up the middle, and I can't tell the umpire who the ball carrier was.
Number
I just flat missed.
76, is it? James, 26.
Okay, Brian James, number 26, was the ball carrier at that time, as number 70, Nick Wallace, is in at center, 57, Joe Jansen in, 78, Sean Smith, number 65, Terrence Haley, and number 52, Ryan Cooper, in for the Redskins. John Nichols with the ball, and Nichols
on the play.
Fumbled it, but was able to gain control of it again, and he advanced it, tried to advance it forward just a little bit. I don't know if he picked up anything on that. It's third down and about 7 for the Redskins. And I said number 52 in on the offensive line is Ryan Cooper. That's Mike Emmons. As we're trying to get a lot of new faces there in the ballgame. 70, Nick Wallace is the center. 52, Mike Emmons in at the right tackle. Terrence Haley, 65, in at the left tackle. Give around the right side to Collier, and Collier still going. Collier down near the 35-yard line. It should be enough for a first down. Number 21, or super sophomore Ralph Collier, advances the ball for the Redskins. And it is going to be enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. And up the line, number 16, John Nichols, is the quarterback for the Redskins now. About line scrimmage around the 35-yard line, and gives up the middle, and number 41, Brent Reynolds, picks up a couple. Number 11, Philip Brinkley, in the ball game for the Redskins. 52, Emmons in there. Number 78, Sean Smith in. 65, Terrence Haley. 57, Joe Jansen. 70, Nick Wallace. Number 83, David Williams. Number 41, Brent Reynolds. And in the backfield, number 21, Ralph Collier at the tailback. And I'll get that fullback for you next play. Fumble on the play, and a big pile up there. Number 26, Travis James, was the fullback on that play right there. And the Redskins retained possession of the ball. 2:35 left to go in the ball game. Redskins lead it 22-0, and it's going to be third down now and 8 for the Redskins. Verse 16, Nichols set, pitch out left side to Collier, and Collier breaks through and still going, and a good run by number 21, Ralph Collier. It's going to be short of the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down as the reserves kind of clean up what's left here for the Redskins in a rainstorm.
Been a good game tonight, though.
It rains on both sides of the ball.
That's right.
And Westside's gave it a good effort. But in all honesty, the Redskins were far superior in quickness and speed, but Westside's gave it a good shot. Fourth down now for the Redskins and about 2.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play, and Westside's going to take over the ball, as I believe they do recover the fumble. But Ron, you can get a shot of that light up there. You just show everybody how hard it is raining.
It is raining.
It is raining hard.
Pouring down.
It's not let up. Matter of fact, it may have increased just a little bit. We'll be back with Westside's possession in just a second. Okay, Westside up to the line. Back to pass his quarterback. A fullback draw, and he is hit and met and dropped by the Redskins. There first, the Redskins, number 64, Pete Bounds. And Pete put a good lick on the ball carrier, and big loss on the play. And a little frustration there on Westside's part as Bounds made a good hit.
Good, excellent hit there.
But as I said earlier, Westside's given a good effort. But in all honesty, if this field would have been dry, I think we'd have seen much greater difference in the score. Quarterback, back to pass. There's the pass over the middle. It's going to be nearly caught, but pass goes incomplete up at about the 30-yard line. And watching the quarterback on Westside at the time, he didn't have a grip on the ball. And you got a feel for these guys out here. They're giving their best effort on both sides of the ball, but this is not a fit night for man nor beast nor football team at all.
I believe we got a clipping in the backfield.
Okay. Penalty on the play. 22 seconds left in the game. So the Redskins are going to move to 9-0, undefeated on the year as they shut out another opponent. And the way that we'd figured earlier on, the first team defense only had 2 touchdowns all year scored on them. We hope they can take that in next week to the Highland game and finish this season up undefeated. So this could be next to the last play of the ball game as Westside with the ball from their own 7-yard line. Defense set, pitch back, fumble on the play, and now it's recovered by Westside back on the 3. And the clock running down, and don't think Westside's going to have time to run another play. This ball game is going to end, and the Redskins are going to come away with a 22-0 victory over the Westside Warriors. And don't forget, next week we'll see everybody over at Highland next Friday night.
Once again, this has been a nice game, wet. But once again, I'm Ron Vincent, and with me is Gary Cole here. And this is Redskins Football Network, and we hope you appreciate these games and thank those sponsors out there. As we'll see you next week at Highland. Y'all stay tuned.